Yellow boy in the building, chillin' out, been chillin' out. Tell the nigga chill out before I hit him in his mouth. Hear it loud, hear it proud. I'm the realest in the South. Goes in my mouth, head up in the cloud. But how come somehow I'm still 10 toes down? Tomorrow's not promised to none of us, so I'ma elevate before I end up in the ground. And word around town, they loving my sound. Word around town, they been talking down. But when I come round, I don't hear a sound. I said when I come round, I don't hear it. Niggas fugazi, they biting my style. I'm going too crazy and they don't know how. I never been lazy, but I've been counted out. Funny they count on me now. Kick when I was down. My heart on the floor, I had to pick it off the ground. Piece by piece, I put it back together just recently. Niggas test me frequently, so that's why I keep the peace, just to keep the peace. Black diamond face, Jesus peace. So deep in this culture, you just don't know what it means to me. Everything's so artificial to niggas that be in the streets, to niggas in the industry with fake fuck nigga tendencies. Just know I know you ain't who you pretend to be. These hoes on my phone be tempting me. They must smell it in the air. I must be the one the offense to be. I don't know why you let that fake shit so much, it don't make sense to me. Yeah, and when I walk in, I'm both guarding niggas. It's gonna be hard for you to find a harder nigga. Yeah, you a bad little bitch, but I ain't got the time to argue with you. All these niggas fake and these hoes be artificial. My heart is missing, I feel different. Keep your distance, sneak this in, find out where you living. Complete the mission. That's your boy. Tomorrow, that's artificial. Yeah.
What's happening? This is the Tap In Podcast, baby. We are live inside the Tap In studio.
Yes, sir.
Man, I got a special guest in the building tomorrow.
What's good?
Not today, tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? What's happening, man?
Man, it's a blessing to be here. You know, tomorrow, and I promise. So
that's right.
I'm glad to be here right now, tapping in.
Yeah. Man, your name is so unique. I gotta ask that first. Like, tell me where the name Tomorrow came from.
And it's really like first I have to say, you know, my government name. Y'all can look all that stuff up on Google or whatever, but it's Elian Shakur Morrow. So, but I always wanted to be called Shakur because I don't know, I didn't want to embrace my first name too much, so people call me Shakur. So the nickname was Pac, you know. So it's like Tupac, right? So I took the, you know, two from that and my last name Morrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
Okay.
And Tupac actually wrote a poem and he, you know, titled it with a 2, M-O-R-R-W, and I just took the O's out. So,
okay. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. That's the story.
Yeah. Now, Tomorrow, you do R&B music and rap or just R&B?
I do both. I mean, they're like simultaneous. Like I just figure out how to write in a way where it's just both of them can seep in. It's like they just go. You can call it, you know, R&B and rap or rap and R&B. So I'm always gonna add some melody in either one. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Now, where you from, man?
From here, from Dallas.
From Dallas?
Yeah, I was raised here. I was born in Arizona. You know, I was born in Tucson. I was adopted when I was 2. Until the Morrow name, so that's another reason why I gave myself Tomorrow as well, because at 2 I was adopted into the Morrow name. That, you know, came out here, been out here ever since. So I'm 25, 23 years.
Okay, so you were adopted at 2?
Yeah.
Man, tell me. I mean, go.
Man,
yeah, tell me about that. Like, when did you find out, or when did you know, or did you always know that you were adopted?
Well, when we got up, like, I think around 11, they told us, but
11 years old?
Yeah, but I guess at that point it was just like, well, you've been taking care of me this whole time. Like, what we tripping on it now for? You know,
yeah.
I never really took it like, you know, but it always was like a thing where I wanted to know my real peoples. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I was able to visit them just recently, but like me and my biological father, he passed away like 4 or 5 years ago now, and you know, I never got a chance to really like tap in with him, but it's, you know, I still got my actual dad that took care of me. You know, he's still here.
Okay. What about moms?
Yeah, my mom's she, you know, she from St. Louis.
Okay.
The Show Me State, you know what I'm saying, and she, you know, she been in my life, and we just, you know, we cool, you know.
How's that like? Is it real cool, or is it really like, what's your feelings behind that, man?
Man, it's
honestly.
honestly, it's like life is a trip. Like it can take you down so many different paths, and I can't judge anybody for like, you know what I'm saying, the path that, you know, it's just for me, it's like I'm moving in a you know, forward trajectory, and it's like hard to keep on like dealing with the same things. And you know, I love my mama, you know, she is a queen in my eyes. It just sometimes it's, you know, it's just the friction of just situations, you know, finances and, you know, other things.
Yeah. Cause I always hear like I don't want to call them horror stories, but I always hear stories about where it's like the biological parent always, you know, not always, would try to come into the kid's life once they get to an adult, and then it's always some kind of friction, you know what I mean, and there's some resentment towards that parent.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It is a weird dynamic. When I first met them, actually the first time I met them, they came to a football game. Yeah, you know, it was your
mom and dad.
Yeah. So that's the first time I ever got to see them since, you know, too. So I didn't even know what they was looking like, you know, besides pictures. So then we had the game. I scored the first touchdown. Felt real good. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time. But the whole thing of the guilt trip, you know, oh man, we wish we would have did this and we wish we would have did that. I mean, I'm all, you know, I appreciate that, but it's like at this point, I don't know. I think I just elevated in my level of thinking of just life, period. It's just like we have now, you know what I'm saying? So like, while we still got the time to mend things, you know, build on the relationships, let's focus on that, because being depressed about the past, you know, it ain't gonna get us nowhere.
Yeah, because I had that, I wasn't adopted, but my dad wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? And this nigga lived around the corner. Like he lived, you know what I'm saying? He lived like not far from where we lived. I think the furthest, when we moved, the furthest he ever lived from me was probably 45 minutes, an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once I got in college, he tried to mend that relationship. And I'm just like, nigga.
45 minutes, man.
Yeah, but I was in college and he tried to mend that relationship. And I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with that age or that time. Like, I'm a grown man now. Yeah. I'm trying to find my own path, you know, figure my own shit out.
And of course.
And he was always, every time I talked to this nigga, he was, man, I'm sorry about this, man. I'm sorry. I'm like, nigga, stop it. Stop apologizing.
Right.
It just got on my fucking nerves.
And it's like, come on, man. Well, we good. We still here. You know, it's like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why it's like that, but it is. And it's like, I appreciate it, but, you know, I can't do nothing but move forward, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That happened so long ago, you know what I'm saying, that I couldn't even remember really what was going on during that time, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So
especially as a little kid, you just running around, you know what I mean, doing your own thing.
Just trying to be a kid, you know, as much as you can. I mean, just dealing with the adoption process and going through like a lot of the, you know, we was in foster care for a short time, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, when we got adopted, it was just like a bunch of moving parts. You know, I stayed in a lot of different places out here. I stayed in the Grove. I stayed in West Dallas. I stayed in East Dallas. I stayed in Mesquite, Texas. I stayed in Terrell, Forney. My granny stayed in DeSoto, so I found myself in DeSoto a lot. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just really been like a lot of different parts. It's like dealing with the adoption part, it was just like weird because we was always moving. It's like you never got a chance to like build a solid foundation of who you was at the time, you know what I'm saying? You were just kind of figuring it out on the way, you know?
Yeah.
Do
you think that has some kind of effect like on your music?
Absolutely, yeah.
In what way? In a positive or a negative way?
Both.
Okay, explain.
Because, I mean, you can never have the good without the bad and the bad without the good. So, like, that's what makes the music true, you know. So the title of the EP that comes out July 7th, 2022 is TBH, and it's about me tomorrow. And the whole point of that TBH is to be honest, is to, you know, basically show people this is what I'm coming with, authenticity. I want to be honest in my music, and that's giving the good and the bad. Like, it's not just glorifying a certain thing or, you know, whatever. It's just like giving it the whole, you know, it's a story, you know. So.
Yeah. Do you talk about any of like your childhood stuff or going through those emotions? Do you talk about that in your music?
Yeah, you know, if you listen hard enough, you know, or there's some actual songs that I make it's about specific moments or like things that I've been through, but you know, I always place some sort of you know, either what I've learned from the past or what happened to me in the music because I know somebody else is going through it, you know. I remember the first song I did was called Itself. It was talking about life itself, you know, and talking about my granny, my father, and my mother. Those are like the three main people in my life, you know. My granny got us, you know, she was a big advocate for our adoption. That's my adopted granny. She was,
okay.
and so she got, you know, behind my mom and my father that adopted us, and then them three have been the main pillars, you know what I'm saying? But you know, time goes on and health, you know, things happen and age, you know, so dealing with a lot of stuff. Like my adopted dad's people went through Hurricane Katrina, so it was a lot of like when you get adopted and then when you know, have different family, you just you open yourself up to a lot more like feelings, or bullshit or just, you know, feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like people going through shit that you've been, you know, in contact with, but because you know so many people now, you know what I'm saying? So everybody going through something, you want to extend your empathy, you know what I'm saying? But it takes a lot of energy, you know, to do all that, and it's just, you know, I don't know, it's just a lot of moving parts with the whole thing, but I kind of lost where I was going with it.
No worry about it. Do you have any siblings, like any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have three blood sisters actually. Two of them I was adopted with early on when I was 2, and one came later. So you know, yeah, we got three sisters. I'm the only boy.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got stepsisters, stepbrothers, but you know, it is what it is.
Okay. Then they get adopted by your adopted mother and father too, or
the two, my older sister and the one that's right under me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. That's what's up, man. So what made you even want to even start recording music? What even sparked that thing that, okay, let me write music?
Man, I think I always hold on, let me take a sip of this.
Yeah,
Crown
get right,
Coke.
man. Get right.
Yeah, man. So I started music when I was probably like 14. That's the first time I ever got behind a mic. It was with a small group at the time. We didn't know nothing about nothing, you know. We was just in there, and this dude, I was like, man, I don't know how to write. And he wrote for me at that time, at that one point in time, and he wrote something, and I rapped it in a certain way, and people liked it, you know. But I was like, I want to write my own raps, you know, and that kind of sparked it. But I think what really gave me like the fuel, that fire to like be a writer and really try to like do it from like a sophisticated level. Like I could freestyle or whatever, but I like writing, you know what I'm saying? It's I can really be more calculated, like where I want to take somebody, you know, whether it's just what's ever coming on top of my head, you know. And I think I started really writing when I was at TJC, Tyler Junior College. It was like 2016, and from then I listened to 2014's Forest Hills Drive by J. Cole, which is one of my top 5 albums all time. Shout out J. Cole, Dreamville. Yeah, I listened to that. He made me want to write. Like I wanted to like put together words like that, you know. And from there, I had my phase with J. Cole. Still going through, you know, I still learn from him, but I had a real like urgent sense like I needed to learn, you know, as much as I can from him. And then the Kendrick phase came through, and I started like, man, the cadences, you know, I started Drake, the delivery. And I started figuring out all these new ways to put words, you know what I'm saying, and expressions together, how to use my voice. And that's when I started like, okay, well, I'm getting the hang of this. And then, yeah, man, after that, I was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like, I remember vividly, like, just saying, like, I'm supposed to do music. Like, this is what I've been looking for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
what it is. And,
yeah.
you know, yeah. And,
What was it like hearing yourself actually after you wrote a song and then playing it back? What was that moment like?
Man, that was a crazy moment. I know a lot of people say, I don't really like hearing my voice. You know what I'm saying? This, but I love my voice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they. I heard it back on the thing. I was like, wow. I was like, what the wow. I was like, then it was itself, you know, and it was a heartfelt song. I remember I cried when I wrote it. Like I'm a real nigga, but real niggas cry when they need to. Yeah. And it was just about life. It was just about going through. You know, my granny is legally blind. She's in her 70s. She's the oldest living to ever make it to that, you know, age. She been a glue, you know, for everybody. And then you know, my mom, you know, she, you know, struggled with her things. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad, you know, went through some stuff in the force. So it's just like time, the concept of how much time do I have, you know what I'm saying, to really like show them something, you know. And itself, I remember I had shared a couple tears when I wrote it, and when I actually heard it, because I played it like hundreds of times on my headphones, just off I had the beat on the phone, and I had a laptop, and I had to record it like that. I didn't have no, but I still loved it then. And then when he played it back on the actual microphone, speakers, I was like, it blew me away. Like, I'm like, wow, I started shaking, you know, all that type of stuff. And I was like, wow, I knew this is what I wanted to do. Like, that's really how I felt. Yeah.
Yeah. Do your family, have they heard any of your music?
Yes, sir.
What do they think about it?
They like it, you know. Yeah, they. It was crazy because I was walking in the mall the other day in Irvin, and just like, hey. I was like, who is this? And she was like, you know, she was a friend of the family, and I was just like, what's up? She's like, I love your song. I was like, oh wow, you know, I didn't know it was, you know, so people been listening to the music. I just recently started a new job, and they started following me, and then dude called me like, man, I'm digging your music. So I'm like, wow. So it just feels good to be. I don't look for validation, but it is cool to be validated in some ways, you know, that you are like doing something.
Yeah. So here's a question I've been thinking about for the last like 10 minutes in my head.
Okay.
Right?
Shoot.
You seem like you a good dude, right? You know what I mean?
I try to be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How
are the ladies treating you, and how are like? Let me ask you that first, because you know with this lifestyle, it comes a lot of women come. You know what I mean?
Man.
Which could be a good or a bad thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Tell me how was that adjusting to that?
Man, you know, growing up with sisters and growing up, you know what I'm saying, having to really understand feminine nature in another way, because like you have to approach situations the right way, you know what I'm saying, like every time, no matter what, you know. So learning that early on, I think I deal with a lot of, you know, I know which type of women to deal with, you know, which ones to kind of like give the energy to, but it's just, you know, it's to be expected, because I'm not saying like they all running after me down the street like you know, but it's just like you could tell the hidden agendas, you know, like of certain things of why they do things. Like I always wanted to, you know, low key be in a relationship before I blew up, because I didn't want to have to deal with, does this girl mess with me for me, or could we like struggle together, you know what I'm saying, versus, so, you know, but man, I have so many songs about, you know, different moments with different women, of just the experience of just learning, you know, what it can be and what it can't be sometimes, and just like figuring out when to like let go and move on, and when to be accountable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I ain't toxic like that, you know. I know I ain't perfect, so I ain't gonna sit here and say women this, you know. It's like, nah, it's just like everybody is who they is, but are we willing to work, you know what I'm saying, through whatever? But as far as just like women in general, I mean, they gonna throw the looks, you know,
yeah.
all the time when I walk in, but for me, it's just like, you know, they get looked at, you know, and it's, women get looked at, just all, you know, they know what it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just, I don't really let it get to me. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Okay. Would you want to be like signed to a label, or would you rather just continue to go the like the independent route? Because I hear so many different takes on it, on what's the best move, what's the not, you know what I mean? What you should be looking for, what you should not be looking for. And I've heard valid reasonings for both, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
To get signed or not get signed. But it's like, if you get signed early, I always hear, if you get signed early and you blow up,
right,
the contract is no good,
exactly.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you don't get signed and you just grind it out, it does take you a little longer to get that momentum, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So what would you rather do?
I mean, it depends on what you want, you know. Like, I want to be, you know, I do want to get my music heard. I do know that there's a few hoops that you have to jump through to make that type of thing happen. And as an independent, you start off with no money at all, you know, and you basically start off with your connections and your network, and then you know, people blessing your game, you know what I'm saying? And God been blessing me, and people been blessing my game, and I haven't had all the money in the world to get anything really going, but I still ended up getting the song on the radio a few weeks ago, you know. I started music a few years ago, you know. I mix and engineer myself. You know, I taught myself how to do that in a year and a half.
Okay.
Like, I'm not trying to brag or nothing. It's just like, I just willed it, you know what I'm saying? So going the independent route, it might take longer, but I'm building leverage, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is what I can do without, I can get the videos done. You know, I can get the audio done, you know. Y'all can't pay for no engineer for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got good people that are in the photography, you know what I'm saying? I could get the photography done.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I mean, but now when you talk about going and touring the world and selling out shows and arenas, merchandise, and all of that, then that's where a label can come in handy. But you don't always have to say, I'm going to sign this deal. If you build the right type of leverage, you can come in and they can just be a partner, or, you know what I'm saying, help you in a way. And but right now, I mean, I ain't got no, you know, I need to do, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would, you know, if it was like under the right circumstances, and it was just a feel like family type thing. But, you know, we'll see. I still got some music to put out, and see what else I can
So
get.
if Dreamville came to you and was like, man, we got 50,000 for you right now, what you doing? 50,000 Dreamville right now. What's up tomorrow?
How many albums? How many songs?
5 albums.
5 albums for 50,000?
Yeah. 5 albums.
Man.
5
You
albums.
need to go times that by 10. You know, like 100.
5 albums.
Nah, man. If you want 5 albums, then you know something. You know what I know. You know, and I can't accept it. I appreciate you. It's flattering, but
you gonna be right next to J. Cole. He gonna be able to co-sign you. He gonna be able to.
Cole, man. Look, man. I
You know
appreciate
what I'm saying?
you, man.
He gonna be
But
able
you up M's, my G. You talking about 50K for 5? Would you do it? Exactly.
Hey man, the first deal is always the bad one.
It don't have to be the bad one. It don't have to. Well, like, I mean, I ain't gonna stunt. Like, it in all reality, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely have to think about it about 4 or 5 times and just come to a conclusion. But to be honest, I don't think I can do it on a deal like that, because the way things looking now, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to do that, you know, in the next year or two. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about like old school rappers, man? Like, I mean, they old school to you, but they old school to me. Or they old school to you, but they like my generation. You know what I'm saying? Like the 2000 mid 2000 rappers. What do you think about them, man?
The mid 2000 rappers are the only rappers I can think about over there is like what? Drake, Kendrick,
Drake.
Cole.
I wouldn't even put Drake.
2008. They was like 08,
Okay.
09. When you say mid, maybe you talking a little earlier.
I'm talking about like Nelly,
Okay.
Eminem, T.I.
Okay. Kanye,
Jay-Z. Yeah, those are more I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, I mean, of course, my dad is a big Jay-Z fan, so I always was bumping Jay-Z. He was a big Slick Rick fan, Talking about Eminem, I listened to Eminem. I liked a few of his songs, you know what I'm saying? Tupac was a big, part of my childhood just because of the name. I had to go look up everything about him and watch all the interviews and whatever. So I was still a big Tupac fan. Early 2000, big T.I. T.I. was like the man, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, okay, so it was when I first really started like getting into music. I can't stunt. The first rapper that I really like, these punchlines are just crazy. Like the Joker. Shout out the Joker. People don't know.
Joker?
Man, my name is the Joker. A bitch, you a smoker. I burned so many trees. The guy got splinters in my toaster. Like it was just cool to hear.
Who is the Joker? I never heard of the Joker.
Jackson, Mississippi, man.
He from Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay,
man.
Joker.
I gotta shout him out because he just got some stuff, bro. Okay. But that was one of my first ones. And then when I heard Wayne, do the punch, I was like, wow, it was just crazy, just hearing, but the commercialized, way they were doing it in the early 2000s with the singing and the Bow Wow and all these guys, I feel like that time is coming back again. That's, and I feel like the music that I'm making and, a couple of other people that I know are making right now are going toward that again, where you can make the feel-good music, you know what I'm saying? The Ashanti and the Nelly type music, the music that actually was like R&B and rap, but it was still centered around R&B topics.
You know what I'm noticing a lot of young artists doing right now? They're taking an old beat and just rapping over it to their new lyrics. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm noticing. Like, I mean, and that's a cool formula. You know what I mean? Because the old people my age and older, they already like the song because it was a 60s and 70s, 80s song, you know what I mean? And then y'all redoing it to make it sound new. I mean, that's
alone.
a good.
Let it alone.
It's an easily formula to get a big record, but I just like, where's the originality at? You know what I'm saying?
What made you say that? What record made you say that? That you just heard on the radio?
What's the girl name that got the Lotto? She got a song. Dang it, what's the song?
I'm about to say Jack Harlow got that one.
Yeah, Fabulous or Famous.
Glamorous, yeah.
That one. Lotto got a song. Dang, what's the name of the song? I got big energy. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna say
what is it? Sweet. Oh, that's Sweetie? Oh, okay. So that's Sweetie.
I ain't heard it. I ain't even hip.
I'm just like, the young kids ain't got no originality, man. Where's the originality? Come with some.
Just it's a point when you do something and honor it, with the higher sense of creativity, and you give a new life to that same thing. You know what I'm saying? And really honor it is another thing to just know that it can sell, and you just do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an easy. Like I one of the songs I have is an Aaliyah sample, but it doesn't. She ain't singing the whole song. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's in various places. So I'm really doing a lot of the work, and the beat's original. It's just her voice. You know what I'm saying? That we sample. So when they actually taking old beats and same sample and stuff, it's like. And with the stuff they talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like back then, it was actually you felt convicted or you believe what they were saying. Nowadays it just feels forced.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel.
I think probably the two best producers who did like a sample, probably Kanye and JD. Those are the two who I think that
Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, the ones that take old school songs and kind of like remix them or do something different to them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They give it a whole new spin on it. You know, it's original still. Like it might there's a point where just because you take something and put it in something doesn't mean it's original, but if you do it well enough, it becomes original.
It feels original. Yeah.
For sure.
My favorite well, I ain't gonna say my favorite, but one of my favorites is Kanye, the one he was nah
yeah. You talking about the
niggas in Paris.
Yeah, yeah, that's hard. Yeah, niggas in Paris. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, I'm very familiar with the song. I just I never knew exactly what you're talking about.
But anyway, man,
that's hard. Yeah.
I be feeling like some of the new songs. It feels more just like a car factory in music. You know what I'm saying? Where this door goes on here, this door goes on there, push it through the little line, you know what I mean? Where I felt like back then music, or at least I felt like music when I was coming up was more about feelings and what's really going on outside.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? What was the state of the, like, if we bottled up this time right now and come back 100 years, people be like, oh, this is the same as this bottle over here that was 40 years before that. You know what I'm saying? It just feels the same. It doesn't feel like there is no, like, and I feel like music should encapsulate a time, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like music should do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just don't know right now if we're
doing that.
Yeah, if we're getting that from artists.
Well, I mean, you have your main artists that are, being able to capture time in a bottle, like Drake, Kendrick. Obviously, Kendrick just came out with his album. Shout out K. Dot. What was the album called? Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. But I mean, these guys know how to. J. Cole, they know how to capture their moments. But as far as like the overall music, especially in our community, I mean, we're gonna look back and be like, man, we wasted time. You know what I'm saying? Because or we just gonna be disappointed with some of the, you know what I'm saying? Because the older generation knows, what goes into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we supposed to have at some point some gatekeepers, you know what I'm saying, that could shovel away the bullshit. We just have our lanes. Just anybody could come in, do whatever, and we have to accept it, as long as it can be commercialized. And I just feel like my name Tomorrow, man. So everything I try to do or everything I do just ends up being the next thing, So like I always pride myself on being like an evolution or doing a trend-setting type things, because it's like I could easily talk about this or talk about that, but the way I craft my music, the way I do it, I know in my heart that I'm not doing it like nobody else, and can't nobody take what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And it just wants me to, like, I think it's a responsibility to be like, hey man, we can do it like this. You know what I'm saying? Or there's a different way we can talk about this thing, that we going through, and then still make money. You know what I'm saying? Still get it commercialized, still do our thing, you know what I'm saying? But I think they make us, in our community, they make us look at it in this small box, you know what I'm saying? So it gets a lot of people doing the same thing, thinking that I gotta sound like this and just sound harder, or my words gotta be different. It's like, nah, you're using the same flow, use the same topic, same subject, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, tell a different story, tell it from a different point of view, you know what I'm saying? Like, you switch your tones up, do something, you know what I'm saying? Cause like people want me to like do songs with them, and it's just like I'm getting to the point where I'm not just gonna do anything, and people take real offense to that, you know what I'm saying? Just because I don't want to do a feature. It's like, I'm just starting myself, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but I can't get on that, bro. Like, bring me something else, let me see what you got, because that's the same thing as the other dude, you know what I'm saying, just gave me. Let's try to do something different. So the record that me and Eclipse did, that hit the radio, it's called All On You. It's an R&B record. It's literally about, it's called All On You. It's about telling the girls, all on you. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you what you want to do, you know what I'm saying, with this. So it's like, it's coming from an understanding standpoint. of women. You know what I'm saying? Still a bop. You know what I'm saying? Still a classic jam. I just feel like that's the music. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna like make people be like, okay, cool. I want to keep playing this. We have 42,000 streams in what, a month?
Really?
On the song.
Okay.
And we still trying to get people to push it. We still trying to get 97.9 to pick it up, you know, High 93.3 and the pop, you know, that side, they picked it up, you know, so we always late to the party. So we always late to the party, bro. I be like, whoa, man, but hey, you know, I understand, you know, but in due time, you know, perfect time, you know, so
Yeah.
it's I just know that, man, it's a lot of magic going on, you know.
Yeah. The song is on all platforms right now?
Out on all platforms. Eclipse Darkness featuring Tomorrow, All On You. Out on all platforms. It came out, I think April 2nd. He got his world premiere on High 93 before the song was out on all platforms.
Okay.
You know, we had to rush it because he heard him. I need to put it out on the radio this weekend. We had 3 days. So shout out to everybody, you know, helped to get that record pressed and ready to go. And yeah, we in this thing.
That's what's up. Now, how's your stage performance, man? Because I know for entertainers, artists, that's where they make their bread at.
Yeah, man, for sure.
How is your stage performance?
I'm getting better. You know, the first open mic that I did for my first ever open mic was at 97.9 Break the Beat at Space Boy. Shout out Space Boy. Went over there, got a lot of good feedback on that performance. Just trying to get much film. You know, I was an athlete, so I was always watch film on myself. So I just wanted to see what I needed to do better, but I seem to be doing okay. You know what I'm saying? I did the Dallas, Texas Unplugged last night. Asked, you know, I felt good about the performance. A lot of people told me I rocked it. Yeah, and then. Yeah.
Do you have dances and all that shit?
Nah, man. I ain't. I mean, I probably hit some Michael Jackson type. You know, where he'll be walking and do a quick movement and get right back into that cool walk. I do something like that, you know. But I ain't gonna sit there and just break it down for him and shit.
Yeah.
I could try.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could try.
Man. Okay. And you said your album, the full album, is coming out July
7th, 2022, TBH. Yeah, man. Right now I got 12 songs on it. I don't know if we should cut it down to 7, but right now it's a good strong 12. We submit June 7th. So I got a few, you know, days to listen to it on the playlist and just fill it out. But man, I think
Why
I got
you thinking
some
about
goals.
cutting it down? Why you thinking about cutting the songs down?
I mean, I guess Outside Chatter does kind of throw some loop. I mean, I always originally planned to have 12 songs on it, but just an EP and just to, you know, sometimes that short listen, you know what I'm saying, can get people wanting more than a 12 song listen, because it's just like a lot more to like nitpick and a lot more to like. I feel like if I get a good strong 7 that I know are definites, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like I'll be led to, you know what I'm saying, make a decision. But I just made another song like 3 days ago that I really want to make, that put on the album. So,
man, I think this is the time that you just should just flood the market.
Flood it.
Just flood it, man. Like
we doing 12 then. Yeah.
Just flood it. Like what?
Yeah.
Because this is what I always ask, or this is what I be wondering with artists. If they hold on to the music, then what? What do they do with the songs?
I mean, that's you hit it on the nose with that. I mean, like this year I put out like what 4 or 5 singles. I put out the All On You, Quit Asking, What's Wrong, Artificial. There's another song I got with another artist named Chuji Woo, Call You For a World, and then Too Cold. So I got 7 singles, you know what I'm saying, out, and it's just like, okay, that was just in this year, you know, but it's like I've been made a lot more music, you know what I'm saying, and I want to like, but it's like, okay, without a big budget, you know what I'm saying, right now, it's just kind of figuring out how to strike at the right time. Like, I ain't got the I ain't got the chips to roll 18 times. You know what I'm saying? I gotta roll twice and just make sure. You know what I'm saying? Just be as precise as I can be. You know. So yeah, that's what it's been.
Okay, and I think you told me this. I'm not sure. You go to Media Tech? Are you enrolled there?
I'm a student at Media Tech. Shout out Media Tech.
So for the people who don't know, tell them what is Media Tech, because I never heard of. I've been in Dallas 6 years now. I've never heard of Media Tech.
Have you ever heard of the Dallas Sound Lab?
Not before I went there.
Okay, well, it used to be formerly known as the Dallas Sound Lab. It's now known as the Media Tech.
Okay.
You know, they had a lot of people perform there. All the plaques that are in the school or in the institution are from actual artists that, you know what I'm saying, recorded there. So they have Destiny's Child's plaques, Erykah Badu plaques. You know, they got a lot of other artists. You know, y'all should go up to Media Tech and check it out. But they do, it's like an institution, like a university in a sense, for audio, video, acting, voiceover. So, excuse me. So yeah, it's a cool time to like learn. So that's where I pretty much started owning in on my skills. You know, as a mixing engineer, I already kind of knew what to do. But when I actually started getting my hands on the actual analog board and starting being able to patch actual hardware to my microphone and actually get that sound, like that crispy sound, that warm sound that you heard, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s, 80s. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I do a lot of watching documentaries, and you know what I'm saying. I like looking at that type of stuff. So I figured out how to like get it to where I'm, you know what I'm saying, get it close enough, and I'm getting better. Like I haven't even reached to where I can get that clarity, where your ears just open up. I feel like I'm there, that you can still hear. To anybody else's, it sounds great, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm still seeing that there's another level of clarity that I can get, you know. So.
And they teach you all this at Media Tech?
Yeah, but I think a good student knows how to like ask questions that challenge the thinking, or the, you know what I'm saying. That's how you move things forward. You know, like I'm not saying I know everything, but I'm gonna ask a million questions that's gonna spark something that you haven't talked about yet. And there's a way I've done things in the mixing, learning it myself, that I wouldn't do it the way my teacher taught me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, nah, I've been working with this, you know what I'm saying? So it's a respect thing, you know, still, because there's still things I can learn, but I'm not going to negate all the discoveries that I, you know what I'm saying, personally got, you know what I'm saying? So just try to figure out where that balance is, so I can still be coachable. You know?
And you said they have video like classes there too, to teach people how to do video?
Yeah, they got a video program. They can teach you, you know, they got a graphics program. They got, they got a program you can build apps. You know, live stage. They do live sound, recording arts, acting. So it's like really a hidden gem. I think it's a lot of magic there, just because of all the people they had that recorded there.
Yeah. Erykah
Badu being, you know, one of the legends. I just feel like people need to take advantage of that, you know, and I'm a prime example of taking advantage of being able to go there, meeting people like you, getting tapped in with you know, people like Dirt, you know what I'm saying, and then just expanding my horizons, you know, on the music scene.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Because I never knew about Media Tech until probably 6-7 months ago. When I went there, it was some online on how to get your music on for streams or something like that. And it was it was like a music exec that was gonna be there. And I just went to just go, you know, listen and just see who's there or what artist is there, you know what I mean? Just, you know, kind of shaking hands, kissing babies, you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
And that's when I found out. I was like, what the hell is this? And they had a big-ass green screen in the background, big-ass stages. I was like, why is it not, like, I guess in my little circle, why is it not talked about more?
Man,
I was just like, this is dope.
And it's crazy because go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you could do anything and everything you want to do in entertainment. You could get it accomplished there. You know what I'm saying?
Right there.
If you ain't got no song, no video, you can walk in there,
get you a song,
and get you a video. You know what I'm
and
saying?
be happy and walk right out and be like, wow. And I learned something.
Yeah.
You know, and that's exactly what it is because you got a lot of people there that want to strive. I like meeting the people that understand that there's a grind to be done, you know, first. You know, you got to pay your dues and you got to have faith, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody that you work with ain't going to have everything that you need, you know what I'm saying? Or be able to compensate for everything, you know what I'm saying? So when you have people that understand that but still willing to work, then you like, okay, wow, it just gives you more faith in what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people that showing the faith too. So it's like, okay, now I got to get it for bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not just for me. So it's like, yeah, it just gives you that fuel to be like, nah, this is for all of us. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Do you have any videos for your singles that you put out?
Yes, I have. There's a video for Too Cold on YouTube right now.
Okay.
There's another video for Tony Hawk, but that song was taken down. I gotta get it redistributed to the stores, but that's a video on there. There's another in studio visual for the song "What's Wrong." Yeah, I mean, I'm still planning the other visuals. You know what I'm saying? I just put out Artificial May 17th, and I just put out What's Wrong May 24th, which was 4 days ago. So I still got time to, like, you know, get that locked in. Hopefully some other plays have been made to make that a lot easier for me to get the videos done.
Yeah.
But if not, then, you know, they're going to come out probably definitely in the middle of the summer, before the end of the summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
You direct your own video, or do you hire somebody like Keon to direct your videos?
Me and Keon talking about a video here soon, but now for the most of the videos that I've done, I hired a guy before, but I always come up with my ideas, man, because they know where to go in and like make it look great, you know what I'm saying? Where they cut out certain things and put it on a certain beat, you know what I'm saying? And that's them, you know what I'm saying? Let me just get the scenery and give you the idea, and then you take it from there. You know, so I'm always coming forth with like a lot of great ideas, but then some people hit, man, what if you, boom, I'm like, nigga, yeah, I ain't thought about that, you know what I'm saying? And then I remember that's how we kind of did it with the Tony Hawk visual. We were supposed to be at the skate park and have models and all. Dude didn't know the skate park, closed at 5. We got there at 4. I'm like, come on, man, I paid you $300. That ain't a lot for some people, but I was like, all right, cool. But there were some kids riding their bicycles and skateboarding and flipping. I was like, man, y'all get in the video, do some stuff behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be at the bottom of the skate, park, bang, and just, wrapping up and that came out pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, you said?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, it was just I used to play anybody that's a 90s baby. They played this game called Underground. It's a skating game. It's Underground, Tony Hawk Underground. And I think Tony Hawk is a legend. I'm not even a big skater fan. I just always knew about Tony Hawk though. Mm-hmm. Did you know about? Did you know the name? So yeah, it's a household name. So I mean, he had a game that I used to play on, and I'm underground right now. So I said I'm I was talking about I'm grinding. So it's like the references of the skate, versus like what I'm actually doing. And so yeah, I mean, Tony Hawk.
Okay, all right, man. Leave your social media, man, so people want to hit you up or want to follow your movement, man. Hey,
man, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Call Me Tomorrow. That's CALLME 2MRRW. That's tomorrow with a 2 and no vowels. And you can hit me up on Twitter at The Real Tomorrow. The Real is THAREAL 2MRRW. You can follow me, check my music out at Apple Music, Pandora Music, everywhere. 2MRRW. And that's the plug. Oh, yeah. TBH, July 7th, the EP debut. Y'all can go check out What's Wrong and Artificial, the 2 lead singles for for the EP, and yeah, man, it's been. Yeah, this is cool, man.
It's
I
dope,
like this,
man.
man. Just I definitely want to come back. You
For
know,
sure.
Yeah, I
For
mean, I
sure.
don't know if we
Once
wrapping up.
the album drop, I want you to come back.
For real?
Yeah.
All right, bet. I'm
Yeah.
gonna lock that in right now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, thank y'all for tapping in, man. This has been the Tap In Podcast.
Yes, sir.
We out of here.
Already.
Peace.
Take it easy.